Okay, so we got a somewhat new feature from Claude called Schedule, and I think from the name alone you can infer that this is a feature that lets AI to perform the task multiple times on schedule. So basically just set up the step-by-step process or instruction, and then you can choose the time and also the frequency, and then assuming that your computer stays on, it can perform the task many times. It could be once a day or every hour, every week, every month. It's up to you, and you can even run it manually at any given time. So this is definitely will save you some time, and there are plenty of things that you can do with this new feature. Perhaps in the morning you can get some daily briefing. You can ask AI to check your email or your calendar to see if there is anything new, and you can also let AI control something or do something on your computer, like perhaps deleting some junk files that are not needed, or perhaps maybe compress an image or download some content from the internet. Those are some possibilities. You can also check some trends or reports based on the data that you might have provided. So those are some possibilities that you can do with the Cowork feature in Claude. And because it is automated or scheduled, we don't have to send the prompt again and again. We just need to make sure that the computer is on and it is connected to the internet, and then AI will do its job automatically. And I think one simple way to understand the Cowork feature in Claude is this diagram. I think this diagram explains the feature quite well. In the traditional Claude chat, you have to go back and forth telling AI about what it needs to do. But in the Cowork feature, especially when it is scheduled, you just need to send the instruction once, and then it will be repeated over and over again depending on your schedule. So let me show you how you can use this schedule feature in Claude Cowork. So of course you have to download the desktop version of Claude, and after that you can log into your account. And also another requirement is this Cowork feature is only available in the paid version of Claude. So in this case I have the pro version, so I can use that, and that should give me enough credits to or quota to do certain tasks every single day quite consistently. Now, after that, you can open the program. Okay, so this is just one example of a report from Claude Cowork in a scheduled task, and it can do a lot of things. Like there's also one example where I asked AI to do some research using Google Chrome. That's also a possibility. And I got this research document from Google Trends, and it was created on schedule. I didn't do anything. It's just AI doing it automatically. It's really cool, honestly. Now, let me just go back to Claude Cowork. And here you have to navigate to a menu called Cowork, and then you can start a new task. Now, there is actually two ways or two methods where you can generate create a schedule in Claude Cowork. You can use skills, or secondly, you can just use a scheduled menu right here, which I will talk about later. So let me give you one example. I have this instruction. I'm going to just copy it. Okay, so this is one example. Now, I actually like having an instruction in a step-by-step manner, because not only that it is easy for me to understand, but also it is usually when you're sending the instruction to AI, it's going to be a lot easier to follow. It is just in a format that both of us, AI and user, can understand quite well. So this is one example that I'm going to use. Now, you can automatically turn an instruction into a schedule by using the schedule skill. So down here, I'm going to add a new line, and then I can type slash and then select schedule, or just type schedule. Same thing. So if you included this keyword anywhere on your prompt, then AI will automatically it will automatically extrapolate the step-by-step process. It will make it longer, more detailed perhaps, and also will set the time and frequency automatically. Now, of course, in the prompt, you can always describe when this thing must happen. You can do that, but just give you one example, okay? So here, I'll just select a folder, because in this case, I actually want AI to create something on that folder, which is a PDF document, send a message, and just wait until it finishes. So it will create a new schedule for this one. It will, well, create a lot of add some details about what AI must do, when it must happen, the time, the frequency, and some other tiny details. As you can see, it is creating a scheduled task. Now, there is a reason why I personally don't like using this method, because it will try to extrapolate the instruction that I have created. Sometimes it can be correct, but other times it might be inaccurate, or perhaps it is adding something that wasn't there before. Okay, let me just select this, and I guess just wait until it finishes, and there you go. So it just created a new schedule on my Claude AI account. Okay, now if you want to see that, you can navigate to a menu called Schedule, and then I got this one. So this one was created by Claude, by the skills in Claude, and as you can see, the instructions are not the same. It's very long, and even though it seems to be good, but for my testing, I personally just prefer to just use my own instructions. Usually that's just a bit more reliable. But anyway, here, this is still one option that you can try, but I'm going to delete this because I'm going to create a new schedule in a different way. So you can navigate to the schedule menu, and then you can click new task, and then you can describe it like here. I will try to find AI software as a service, and description is perhaps finding some trending topics in the software service industry. Okay, that's going to be my description, and you can select where do you want to let AI to control some files or folders on your computer. That is optional, but you can enable that. And then for the model, I think I'll just prefer to use the default model. For the frequency, this is where you can choose how many times and when AI must perform this task. So you can set it hourly, daily, and then at a specific time, and then weekdays or perhaps weekly. So yeah, there are many settings that you can choose. But let me just try maybe hourly. Okay, and then I'm going to click save. But even though it was set to be hourly, but you can always run it at any time. So right here in the schedule menu, you can open that task again, and then you can click this button to run the whole process. Now in this case, I actually have the Claude AI Chrome extension installed on my Google Chrome browser, so it should be able to access Google Chrome. And there are certain tasks where there is no connector, there is no plugin, so it will use the Claude AI Chrome extension to perform certain tasks. Like in this case, I want AI to navigate to Google Trends via Google Chrome, because Google Trends is not a tool or connector that is available in Claude. And speaking about connector, if you have, let's say you want AI to summarize something on your Gmail account, then you can actually check the connectors on your own settings. You can navigate to here, settings, and then connectors, and then see if there is a connector that you can connect. I highly recommend to connect that, because it will make the process to be more reliable and also faster. Like maybe you want AI to check your meeting schedule, then you can connect Google Calendar or something like that. So yeah, that's just my recommendation. If you use tools that happen to be available in the connectors in Claude. But anyway, let me just go back. Apparently it is not starting. Let me check it again. So let me see. Okay, let me start by searching AI. Access to website is not running. Okay, that is kind of strange. Let me just stop it again, and I want AI to please use Google Chrome and visit Google Trends to do your research. Yeah, you can still chat with AI in that conversation, and of course, because it is a chatbot, you can still use it in the same way like when you're chatting in the chat mode in Claude. But one thing here that you need to know is that the the chat in the schedule task might not appear in the desktop web version of Claude, because of course the feature won't make sense, and it's only possible using the Claude desktop or Claude Cowork feature. And there you go. So now Claude is apparently using my browser. This is the tab that is now in control of Claude. I'm not doing anything. It is just AI doing it on its own. And of course, don't worry, you can always open other websites doing your work normally, assuming that you're not mind with this label. You can just continue your work. So yeah, this is possible if you have the Claude Chrome extension. You can install it for free, and that's actually a nice thing about Claude because it is well integrated with the Chrome browser. That means that it can not only control your folders or files, but also your browser, and that unlocks many more possibilities in the platform. Okay, so this might take a while, so I'll just skip a while and I'll show you the result. Okay, so it's done, and it actually consumed a bit more than I'm allowed to use. So it's now using some of my other credits. Basically, you can pay extra, you can pay a few dollars to get some extra credits when you're chatting in Claude. So that's one possibility, especially if you have a very complex or very long process of tasks that AI must perform. So that's one thing to know. But anyway, it is done, and I got this document that was created by Claude based on the research that it had done using Google Trends. So apparently there are a few key ideas, like there is a rising interest in Claude Cowork, no surprise. Open Cloud, there is also interest in AI tools for developers. Okay, so yeah, these are based on the research that AI has done for me. Now, actually after that, I asked Claude again to generate an infographic using Gemini Nano Banana. So it visited Gemini, and then it created this nice looking infographics, which is based on the findings that it just gathered from Google Trends. So if you look closely, this bar, this chart is somewhat similar to this one. So yeah, I think it is able to incorporate its knowledge in when creating even a new content. And by the way, it took 2 tries to generate infographics. Initially, it just generated a prompt that later only created a generic looking infographics, but later it just corrected itself and then created a prompt that is a lot more detailed. So the result is way better. So yeah, it is really awesome. And I suppose you can start utilizing the schedule feature in Claude Cowork to make your life easier, to make yourself more productive. And it's always nice that we can automate certain things without sending the prompt manually, because everything can be done automatically by setting up a schedule. So if you find this video to be useful, then you might want to check out this video as well up here. So click that video and I'll see you there.